Okay, so this is perspective, basically an introduction. So for now we're just focusing on horizontal vanishing points, or just our traditional VP1, VP2. So I wanted to go through this real quick. So first of all, we were shown a Rubik's Cube. I've just used this one here as an example. So we've been given the plan of the Rubik's Cube, which will be shown here. I haven't coloured in the yellow or the blue, but you can see the plan there. Also shown is the position of the spectator. We were given down here. We were told that the horizon line, this line just up here, was 85 millimeters above the ground. So to draw that in first, all we need to do, measure up 85 millimeters and draw it in parallel. So our picture plane, our ground line and our horizon line are parallel. We needed to then draw the perspective view. So we were told that the picture plane was here. We were given it. First of all, we needed to find our cone of vision. So our cone of vision was joining our spectator to points 2 and point 4 here, and we were given this triangular shaped cone, which gave us our cone of vision, which gave our line of sight then as well, which is shown here. Now, because this was set up for us previously, our line of sight would have just been perpendicular to our picture plane. So we could have set up our T-square parallel to our picture plane, and then we would have been able to use our set squares to project everything up. To find our vanishing points, we project out from our spectator parallel to either side of the object, so a horizontal line on the object. So we know that the line 1, 2 would actually be this bottom line here when it was sitting down. So we project out parallel to that from our spectator to hit our picture plane, and we find VP1 on our picture plane. And the same this side. Now, when we look in at our picture plane, we actually see this shape here. So we see a perspex screen or glass screen folded down flat, and our vanishing points are at the height of our horizon line. So therefore, we have our vanishing points on the top here at our horizon line. So project in and then measure up our heights. Imagine this as your XY line here, and you're measuring your height of your vanishing point there. All the horizontal lines, so the line 1, 2 over here, this line when it's sitting down flat, vanishes over towards the vanishing point. So any horizontal line going this way, so all these lines here, would vanish to VP1. Any line going the opposite direction, as long as it's horizontal, so when this is sitting down flat, we know that all the lines over here are horizontal. So this top edge, the second division here, the third division, and the bottom edge are all horizontal, so they all vanish to VP1, VP2. So this way. We can then vanish this top line here, because any line that touches the picture plane, we can measure its height. So point 1, or edge 1 here, as I want to call it, touches our picture plane, which means it's going to appear as a true length because it touches the picture plane. Because anything behind it, think of like a fish tank, when you look into it, it appears either smaller or bigger. Now, anything behind the picture plane will appear smaller in this case. So as they vanish, all the lines appear to get smaller, but in reality they're all the same height. In order to find these points then, anything on this top vanishing line here, this blue line that's vanishing to VP2, will be along this height, so the top height. Anything along this bottom blue line will be along the bottom edge. So if we join our points back to our spectator, find where they cut our picture plane and project them up, we'll find a point on the base, and we'll find a point on the top line, but these will remain vertical anyway, so just joining them up. And then to find the top edge, we can join this point back to VP2, bring it across, and we can do the same with these two, bring them across, and we have our perspective completed. Because there was no auxiliary vanishing points, there was nothing else really necessary. Now this is a quite simple shape to do because it's a cube, but in the next video we're going to look at doing these stairs. So completed these in one lesson. I'm just going to look at completing them, because finding the different heights when they don't touch the picture plane is a lot trickier. So I'm going to set this up, and then I'll be back in a second video.